Yo, what's good? Your boy Southbury 706. This is KTSC Ave, episode, let's say 224. We'll see what it pans out to. It's myself, Marcus Sniffles, back at it again with you beautiful people out there in TikTok land because I abandoned X or Twitter. Even though I peek in here and there, it looks like it's not as bad with the ads, so I still don't think I'll go on there actively, but I will look for like breaking news stuff because Twitter is still pretty good for that. But other than that, it's TikTok gang. Shout out to my TikTok folks. Shout out to the sneaker community. Shout out to the rivals community. Marcus, what's good?
Everything is good. Yeah, I'm off Twitter for the most part, but I do check in there, like you said, for like breaking news updates, and they're still pretty good on that stuff. But there's a lot of just like shit posting and trolling on there, and it's just like, all right, this is why I'm not really on here as much, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's it's definitely not what it used to be. Shout out to KJ.
No,
I thought he was not with us anymore, but I saw him on Twitter. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? Because we don't be in the group chat. The group chat be dead. I'm like, where
group
everybody
chat
at?
is the group chat is dead as fuck. Like that's where I'm really just like, all right, man, I guess it's over. It's like,
I mean,
jeez.
I guess people are out there on their grind, getting this money on, trying to stay afloat. The government shut down. Maybe we have pre-recession indicators. People just trying to get it where they live.
Oh
So
yeah, it's
I,
coming.
I don't know about that, but I think there's bigger fish to fry. But we don't want to get into that bag right now. But anywho, the bag I want to get into, which is going to be a very surprising plot twist for those who know me. We're gonna have a conversation about addiction, right?
Call the
So,
number.
Nobody cares.
so well, Tupac cares if don't nobody else care. But there was a time where I was gambling a little bit, maybe a little bit too much, and
A
so
little bit.
surprisingly, so shout out to the NBA with whatever's going on with that shit. But surprisingly, I haven't put in a wager for a couple weeks. Oh, actually, I lied. I put in one last week and today. But before that, it's not as like prevalent since I've moved out of Vegas. The apps where I live now are not very good. I mean, I have Prize Picks now, but I kind of like the freedom of the apps, like BetMGM, where you can like string together wild parlays, over unders, adjust the lines a little bit more exciting to me, a little bit more customization. Prize Picks is like, hey, who's gonna score a touchdown? And then they don't score a touchdown. Shout out to Bijan Robinson. But I've gotten hooked to a new addiction,
Here we go.
which initially I was like, you know what, this shit looks whack. And this is how probably every heroin addict or crack addict starts out. Like, hey man, this crack shit, it looks kind of whack. Or hey, this heroin, why would anybody do that? This is Marvel Rivals to me. And Marvel Rivals is slowly destroying my life. Slowly,
Destroying?
it is the most frustrating game of all time. Like it's fun, but it's very frustrating because it only takes one person to fuck the whole game up. And there's people that actively go out of their way to fuck the game up. But what I'm saying is the reason that I know that I have a problem is I'm an early riser by nature, but I was sitting in the dark at 6:30 Central Time playing Marvel Rivals. And the crazy thing is that I think I'm sick. That is 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So there was somebody up at 4:30 on the East Coast playing Marvel Rivals with me.
Hey, you got to get it in. Got to
There
get it
was
in.
12 of us, like some deviant, degenerate psychopaths, sweating, literally sweating these Marvel Rival matches. But it's fun. There's so much potential in this game. I finally got back to platinum. We're out of the gold rank. I was hard stuck in gold for a little while. We put in some work, and we out of here. Chat, let me know if y'all play Marvel Rivals. Whatever joke you finna make is probably racist if I had to guess. So just don't make it. Shout out to Lunar Edits. Shout out to It's Kenley. Shout to Rich Gamer. Y'all play Rivals? Let me know. But yeah, man, I'm hooked. I'm a new I main Cloak and Dagger. I switched to Mantis. Those are like support characters, so they like do more of the healing. Or no, they're called strategists. I'm sorry, strategists. Lunar Edits. Who do you main? And are you good? Are you good at the game? What is your rank? If you say you main like Black Widow or Hawkeye, I'm blocking you immediately.
What?
Black Widow is the worst character on the game, hands down. The worst. Black Widow is an automatic throw pick, meaning that if somebody's playing Black Widow, they're not playing for real. They're in there just to throw your match. Like they want you to, they're intentionally making you lose the match.
Why would they make a character like that? Like a character that's just there for throwing the game. Like what's
That's not the intention. It just kind of evolved to that. It's just like, you might see good Black Widows once you get to like the super high ranks like Grandmaster, Celestial, and above all, but like in gold, platinum, bronze, and silver, there are no good Black Widows. None. Not one. Not a single one. So, but that's how it be. I did see some Marvel Rivals costume cosplays on Halloween. I know Marcus had a little bit of an exciting Halloween, so I will get off Marvel Rivals. Why do you keep calling people good little boys? I'm confused. What kind of,
it's so weird.
You know what? I can tell he plays Marvel Rivals. I can tell he plays because Marvel Rivals has the freakiest chats I've ever seen. Just people be in the chats being hella freaky for no reason, talking about it's 18 inches and somebody said today I touch people. It's just a lot of weird shit going on. A lot of weird shit. Their fucking user tags are freaky as hell. Like one dude that threw our match, his name was like Bust a Nut 609. I was like, bro, why are you so freaky?
Oh my god. That's nasty. And you wonder why I don't play the game. That's this is getting ridiculous.
This is how I be. This is how I be. It's
freaky ass nigga, he the 69 god. Freaky ass nigga, he the 69 god.
Nasty
hashtag
work.
6'7".
Hey.
Anyways, what's cracking on your Halloween experience?
Yeah, so I like Halloween. I like dressing up. The kids like dressing up, walking the neighborhood and all that good stuff. This year, the popular costume, I think top three. Number 3, probably Spider-Man. Number 2, Purge mask, and number 1, yeah, they just wear Purge mask, like just a bunch of different types that kind of glow in the dark or whatever, that have lights on it. And the number 1 costume that I saw a lot of was from a Netflix movie, K-pop Demon Hunter. It was a lot of that this year, which my kids have seen, but I haven't seen it. But
I thought K-pop Demon Hunter is a series.
It's a series or a movie. I don't know. It's one of the other, but it's something that's very popular. A lot of the kids like it. But yeah, I like to hand out, sit outside, hand out candy, ask the kids like, what kind of costume they're wearing, who are they, just to, interact with them and whatnot. And I think it's cool when the kids come dressed up. Like I find it annoying when like, the teenagers start showing up and they're just like, oh, I'm a student, or, oh, I'm myself. Like, okay, so you didn't put any effort into this costume. You just walked outside with a pillowcase or with a grocery bag begging for candy, which is kind of like, all right. But there were about, and this is where my Republican side almost burst out of my skin. So I'm sitting outside. It's a little bit late. It's probably around closer to maybe 9 o'clock. So it's a lot of the, teenagers, a lot of the older kids coming out, walking around. And 3 teenage black boys ran up on me, like literally ran up to me with a bag, wearing all white or all black Nike tech suits. One of them had a shiesty mask on. I was like, all right, so what are you guys? And they literally all said, we're YNs. I'm like, all right, bro.
You in the hood now, baby. You in the hood now, baby.
And then they proceeded to grab a handful of candy. I'm like, yo, I will call the cops on you niggas, man. I ain't never seen you in this neighborhood before. I will get you out of here. So that was my experience. That's almost how my night ended.
Before I get to my takes, Mark in the chat put free Diddy. That is an excellent comment because there is a chance, and I think I don't know if it says in the podcast or just in our chat, but one President Donald J. Trump is from New York City. One P. Diddy Combs is also from New York City. They used to run around a little bit, do some partying together. There is a there is a high chance that Diddy comes home quicker than we think. Right? You saw that the president pardoned that freaky ass fake senator Congress dude. He commuted his.
He got out quick too. Like he got out like a week later. They were like, "Yeah, you can go and get on out of here." It's like that Simpsons. No, not it's the SpongeBob meme where they pretty much put him in jail and let him right back out. That's how long it seemed like.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy gets out of jail sooner than later. But again, I'm not trying to do the whole. What is he? 46, 47? What's the president's? What number are we at?
It doesn't matter because this will be the last president. So,
shout out to the emperor, Lord 46,
our overlord.
Yes. Oh my God. Were there any? Was there? I'm not gonna say this. Never mind. I was gonna say, was there anybody dressed up like that gentleman?
I thought somebody would do that. I was kind of expecting someone to do that. No, I didn't see any. Like, I didn't even see any pictures. No videos. No one was dressed as him. I guess everybody wanted to keep their jobs as opposed to how they normally do as far as like dressing up in blackface. But I guess that was crossing the line. How about them dogs? Whatever. College football's over.
What's up with them Falcons? What them Falcons gonna do tomorrow? You know what? Actually, I have a wait. So the Falcons play the Patriots tomorrow, right? Actually, in Foxborough.
Oh no!
Actually, I actually have some actual predictions of the game tomorrow. It's going to be our analysis of the Falcons game tomorrow. Here it goes.
Is that dick good? Yes. How good is that dick? Oh, how good!
That's pretty much what Drake May is going to be giving us the long stroke.
Long deep strokes.
Yeah,
Stephon Diggs will be spreading his seed all over the field.
Yes, it's gonna be a Drake May masterclass. Shout to Kane. Yeah, it's gonna be it's not gonna be good. I'll tell you that it's not gonna be good. I'm not gonna lie. Back in my Marvel Rivals edition, I definitely didn't watch the Falcons game last week. I definitely had that shit on my iPhone playing Marvel Rivals. Like, yeah, this shit is over, dog. Fucking bum ass Kirk Cousins, get him the fuck out of here.
Is Penix coming back? Is he done or is he playing? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like we're fucking chopped. We're cooked. We're cooked. Like it is what it is now. Anywho,
I've got to stop picking. I got to stop picking them to win a division. I got to stop.
It don't make no sense. Don't make no sense.
And y'all beat the Bills. Y'all beat the Bills like thoroughly. It was like y'all beat them by 2 scores, right?
Yeah, but what I'll say now is I think the injuries really hurt them in that instance. I think we were able to take advantage of those injuries, or they just didn't play to their potential. They're just like, yo, it's the Falcons. Fuck it. We're going to take a night off.
Beating the Bills and then getting smoked by the Panthers is like, how do you determine what? There's no consistency with that team where it's just like, oh, maybe we are good. Okay, maybe we're ass. Maybe we are like a really dominant team. Okay, maybe we suck again. It's like, wow.
Well, since we've gotten to the sports side, so the Falcons, fuck Tampa Bay, but shout out to them.
Hey, I picked the Bucks to go to the Super Bowl this year.
We got the wrong black head coach from New Jersey. Shout out to North Jersey. Both Raheem Morris and fucking Rat Man, whatever the Buccaneers coach. What's his name?
The Buccaneers coach?
Yeah.
What is that dude's name? God damn it.
Look at us not knowing the black head coach's name. That is insane. But they're both from North Jersey. Raheem Morris is from, I think, Irvington. And Todd Bowles, yeah. Todd Bowles is from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Don't let the name fool you. Elizabeth is a dangerous city. It's a very dangerous city in New Jersey. Shit ain't sweet there. But since we're on the Falcons, right? The thing that pisses me off more about this Dolphins loss is that the Dolphins turn around and got their fucking backs blown out by the Ravens to the point where the Dolphins fired their GM. And I'm like, that should have been us. We should have been beating the dog shit out of the Dolphins to the point where they fired their coach and their GM. Instead, Raheem Morris skipped Mike McDaniels in the line of black coaches that are probably going to get fired. He's like, hey, guys, I want to get fired first because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just out here doing shit. Just out here with the vibes. I got my Jordan 11 lows on. I don't know how to manage the clock. I don't know how to manage timeouts. I don't know how to coach my players. I don't know how to hire coaches. I'm just here. I'm just in Atlanta for the vibes. I feel like after every day, if he goes to like Magic City, eats some wings, throws a couple $1,000, it's like, fuck it, this is my life. Who cares?
That's the dope boys, what we should do.
Yeah.
Hey, Peaches, what do you think we should do next Sunday? Should we run the ball more?
Makes me sick to my stomach.
I saw someone that was saying that the Falcons might be looking to fire their offensive coordinator. And I was like, but my thing was just like, hey, dog, once you fire your second coordinator, only one more person left to go because he fired his defensive coordinator after his first year there. You can't then turn around
because he was terrible.
Yeah, but you hired him, and then if you fire
your friends, that's never a good thing. Never.
But then if you fire another coordinator the next year, like you fire 2 coordinators in 2 years, that doesn't sound like someone that knows what they're doing. Well, and you're the next person to go.
You're speed running because he fired Ike Hilliard, the wide receiver coach, after the Panthers game.
That didn't make sense to me. That felt like
before. One of the games we fired him, then we beat the Bills, and then we lost. It's a whole mess. So he's really just scapegoating people.
Once as the head coach, once you start firing people, at some point it's gonna be like, hey, dog, you hired these people, and now you're just firing everybody. You can go too. You fired this offensive coordinator, you're out the door next.
All right, Brandy says she got 350 on the Blue Jays. Yes, I'm praying for you. I'm praying that you're delivered from the
addiction. Number.
I'm praying that you're delivered from the addiction of gambling. I mean, it's the bottom of the 6. Dodgers is 2-3, so the Jays are up. So you might be straight, but because of hip hop, I'm going for the Dodgers. We can't have, you know what? Actually, you know what? Let the Blue Jays win. Drake needs any W he can connect to. Maybe this will inspire him to put out good music and stop being, I was going to say a word, but I'm not going to say that word on this chat, on this thread, but he need to get his shit together. Let's see.
Yeah, she need to call the number.
Glory as a Bucks fan. Look, Raheem Morris for the Bucks, he got a bad rap. He had Josh Freeman as quarterback, and his ownership was deliberately like sabotaging him. So I'm not going to do that, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like he's got it. The GM doesn't got it. This is about to be the GM's, I think, 5th losing season. Terry Fontenot. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And I will say this. Marcus has been carrying the torch that Arthur Blank is ruining this franchise for years. And I thought it was just hate initially, but he's got to go. And I mean, not like to the upper room, but he can't be the owner of the Falcons anymore. He can't run this team. I mean, he's good for the community. He's a philanthropist. Really great guy. Really great guy. But somebody made the point that he's not cutthroat enough to make this team good because he's soft, right? I don't think he has the killer nature that's what is needed to win a championship in this league. He just doesn't have it. It's kind of one of those things where like nice guys finish last. Like, hey, man, we love you what you do for the community, but you're getting beat 30-0 by the Panthers. You're getting your ass beat by a team that had the worst run defense in the league. That was on the verge of firing everybody, and you let them come in your house and kick your fucking teeth in, bro? Like, what are we doing?
Are you still standing by the decision to pay Kirk Cousins all that money and then turn around and draft a quarterback in the top 10? We're still standing by that take, that decision? Because I still think that was like 3 different people with 3 different visions in mind. Like, I don't think anybody was on the same page with that. Like, that was like a, hey, well, let's Kirk Cousins, he's going to be the guy. We're going to do that. We're going to bring him in, pay him this money. He's going to be our guy, and we're good to go. We already have Bijan. We got Drake London. We got Kyle Pitts. All we need is a vet quarterback to step in and just do the things. And then draft day rolls around a couple months later, and it's like, oh, Michael Penix is available. Maybe we should get him instead of getting another premier defensive player or a premier offensive player or a premier offensive lineman, or trade down and build up the team. And it's like, you can't, as a head coach and GM, be on 2 different timelines with, okay, we're going to have a rookie quarterback and max out a vet quarterback. It don't work like that.
Well, you have to spend the money, but I think that is kind of a fundamental problem with Atlanta, is that they're not really good at building rosters. I think this year is probably the best they've done, like putting together a defense up until Divine Diablo got hurt. And that just kind of shows we don't have any depth, because Divine Diablo was brought in as a free agent, I think from the Eagles or somebody, it doesn't matter. And he was just thought to be like a role player, but he's actually an integral part of our defense. Is like one of our most athletic linebackers who can cover running backs out the backfield. He went out against the 49ers, and Christian McCaffrey proceeded to cook us. Same last week. Miami Dolphins running back cooked us. Like, the backup, not Natron Brooks, number 42. His name doesn't matter. He's fucking terrible. But he can't do anything. We have no depth. And this is the kind of things we need to do to build this team, as far as like how we went to edge rushers who aren't really doing much, but that's neither here nor there.
The one that's traded up for.
Yeah, and it doesn't help the next year we don't have a first-round pick to continue building this team. So,
yeah, I mean, it's the thing where it's like, it's not that you couldn't bring in a vet quarterback and draft Michael Penix. It's one of those things where you kind of, this is not the greatest example, but you kind of do the thing like the Colts did 3 years ago when they bring in a vet quarterback in Gardner Minshew. But it's like, all right, you get a 1-year deal, and then we're going to draft a rookie quarterback, and hopefully, he'll learn under you, or, whatever. As opposed to Kirk Cousins was the most expensive, like the number 1 free agent quarterback on the market that year. And you paid top dollar for him, as opposed to, let's get a Tyrod Taylor type, like a cheap guy who's been in the league a long time that can hold down the fort until Penix is ready to go. That's the timeline that you want to be on. Not we all know the thing where it's like, oh, you want to have your rookie quarterback, or you want to build a team around a quarterback on his rookie contract, so you have the money to spend elsewhere. Y'all did the opposite, where you have a rookie quarterback, but you're paying a vet quarterback a max salary. And now that max salary is just sitting there because Kirk Cousins has a no trade clause.
Well, he'll be out the books next year, so that's not a huge deal. The bigger issue
that's 3 out of the 5. That's 3 out of the 5 years for Penix. And you've already given away a first-round pick. You've already fired a defensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator is probably going to get fired. Raheem Morris is probably going to get fired. Penix is going to go into his 4th year. Y'all are still not going to know if he's good or not, and then you got to bring in another head coach.
It'll really be.
I'm talking about next year. Like, assuming this offseason, Raheem Morris gets fired.
Yes. Michael
Penix going into his 4th year, or is it 4th or 3rd?
3rd. But he hasn't started 16 games yet, or 17 games yet. He's like on game 9 or something like that. So it's a weird time. I see what you're saying. The issue with the Falcons is they operate under the notion that they're always 1 player away. Like, hey, get this veteran quarterback. Hey, let's trade these 3 first-round draft picks for a wide receiver. Hey, let's sign this defensive end. Hey, let's sign this over-the-hill running back. Hey, like, they never do anything to fundamentally build a foundation for this team. Like, even though Bijan is kind of our identity, when he's not rolling, there's nothing else happening. Like the whole Drake London thing, I'm not gonna lie, I've never been a big Drake London fan. He doesn't do anything exceptionally well. People will see a couple highlights and be like, "Oh, Drake London's top 5 wide receiver." I'm like, no, he's not. He's not explosive. He doesn't create separation. He's good at 50-50 balls, but who cares if you can't get down the field past anybody? Like, he's good for what he's good for, but he's not a true wide receiver one, in my opinion. Like, if you look at a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is also went to USC, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Not as big, not as fast, not as strong. Leaps and bounds better than Drake London, and I don't understand how that's possible. Doesn't make any sense to me. But that's a guy that I would have loved to have on this team.
And they got him in like the 4th round.
Yeah.
Like you can find like it's like you said, it's probably just a matter of like the scouting department, personnel department, the general manager who's been there for a good while, and it's just like, okay, man, like
he's out of here this year. He's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, after 5 years, was he the one that had like that terrible draft where nobody did anything? Like his second draft or something was like horrendous.
I'm thinking of like, no, I don't think that's.
It might have been the guy before, but I mean, either way, it's just like you spend so many of your first round picks on offensive players. At some point, that has to show on the field. Like you remember. There was a time, I think last year, you were talking about how they were making a big deal about this is the first offensive line with all first round picks. Like that was a thing. It's going to be a thing as far as like, okay, your number 1 receiver was a top 10 pick. Your running back was a top 10 pick. Your tight end was a top 10 pick. Your quarterback is a top 10 pick. That's 4 top 10 picks on offense. And your offense sucks. I'm looking at the GM at that point.
Well, part of that too is it's easy to point to the head coach and the GM, but there's also like players not executing and coaches not coaching well. Like there's players that are missing blocks. There's players that aren't communicating well. Now I will say that some of the play calling leaves a lot to be desired. It's very predictable. It's unexciting. It's unexpired, considering the weapons you have. But I think a lot of that is hype, though. Again, Drake London can get 0 separation, so you just really have a guy out there, right? Kyle Pitts, for all his measurables, doesn't really get separation either. He's kind of just a guy out there, a highly drafted tight end, but there's tight ends that are drafted many rounds below him that exceed his play style, or his ability. So it's kind of like cool. It sounds good on paper, but
that's what it's always going to be though, like good or bad. Like if you're Brock Purdy and you overperform, you're always going to be known as Mr. Irrelevant, no matter how well you play, no matter what kind of numbers you're going to put up. People will always remind you like, hey, this was Mr. Irrelevant. This was the last pick in the draft. So what he's doing looks a lot better because of his draft position. And the opposite is the same thing where it's like, hey, Kyle Pitts was a top 5 pick. Y'all picked Kyle Pitts over Jamar Chase. Like, that's not him being a first round pick, being a top 5 pick, and we picked him over Jamar Chase, and you picked him over Penei Sewell was in that draft. Like, that's one of those things where Kyle Pitts will always be tied to those 2 players and everybody else that he was picked above because of how much of a non-factor he has been throughout his tenure in Atlanta outside of his first year. And it's just like Drake London doesn't play like a typical first round pick, but at the end of the day, he's a first round pick that's also not producing. As opposed to if Drake London was a 5th round pick, you'd be fine with his production right now. But because he was a first round pick and he's not producing, that's even worse.
Yeah, well, again, it's one of those things with the Falcons that just doesn't make any sense because we come out tomorrow and win by 2 touchdowns for no reason. It doesn't, like, for no reason, and then lose by like 50 points to the Colts. Like it sounds like a
7-10 team.
That's the inconsistency we cannot have. That's the inconsistency that leads to 5 straight losing seasons. That's the inconsistency that gets your coach fired, gets your GM fired. And I know fans are always out for blood in these situations, but oh yeah, I forgot about Parsons. Parsons was
Michael Parsons was in that draft.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm about to 2021. I'm about to look this up.
2021 is a nasty draft. It's always
Jamar Chase, Patrick Surtain, Jesus, Devontae Smith, Michael Parsons, Jalen Phillips, Najee Harris. Okay, well, let's see if there's any sleepers out there. Let me see what are the other tight ends win that draft. Anybody that kind of stands out? Creed Humphrey, he's really good.
Yeah, and the fans want blood. They're like, hey, let's fire the coach, let's fire the GM, but we're going to have a quarterback who's going to be on his second offensive coordinator. Like, you need that continuity to grow and develop your young talent. And by not keeping that continuity, unfortunately, because you made bad hires, now you stay in that cycle. You stay in that rut. It was like, oh, let's hire another guy. Well, this quarterback doesn't match this OC's vision. Oh, the GM doesn't like this quarterback. This is not the head coach's guy. And you're always in that cycle. Like, if you look at teams, like when Aaron Rodgers played for the Packers, I think he had the same OC like most of his career. Like, you can look at, like Kane's a big Buccaneers fan. Like Baker Mayfield, I think has had a different OC every year he's been in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been able to work around that, but that's not normal.
Jalen Hurts, he's had a different offensive coordinator every year.
Matt Ryan had a run of offensive coordinators. It's one of those things where some quarterbacks can work around it if you have the right talent and you just have that type of makeup, but it's not ideal for a young developing quarterback who apparently has issues throwing over the middle of the field, which is problematic.
What stuns me about Michael Penix and the way he plays is that I figured that he would be more along the lines of not talent-wise, but kind of like maturity-wise, like how Bo Nix is, where he kind of comes in, or Mac Jones, where they come in and they're ready to play because they played so much in college, as opposed to like Trey Lance. Trey Lance played like 8 games in college, so he clearly wasn't ready to play in the NFL. And now he seems to be a little bit better because he sat and learned a little bit. But like Michael Penix played like 6 years in college. How do you come in and you're still not?
He's good at what
he played a lot of. He played a lot of games though. Like, I feel like he should be able to hit some of these passes from what I've seen.
That's the thing. You're good at what you're good at, but everybody has their weaknesses. And what I would say about who's the Broncos quarterback?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is mobile too. Michael Penix is not.
What is Michael Penix good at? Like, what are the pros when you, like, if someone was like, hey, is it arm talent, accuracy, mobility, deep pass, short pass? Like, what is his thing?
Statistically, as a deep passer, he's not great, but he does. It's weird because he has a good deep ball, but I think that's also part of the offense not being good, him not having any really explosive receivers. Arm strength, great. Quick release. He's willing to hold the ball long to make a play, sometimes to his detriment. But again, he's not really he doesn't really scramble like that. So that kind of hurts his game, where he's willing to stay on the block and take a hit to make a throw. But I think sometimes he needs to be able to tuck and run. And it doesn't seem like it's something that's natural for him to do, which is weird because he started out his career, I believe, playing running back when he was a kid. So, but wow. he doesn't have, like, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, he's a black quarterback, but he's not like the prototypical I can run around black quarterback. He's more of a statuesque
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah. And that's another thing that kind of so my homeboy EC, shout out to Gary, he was a big Jaden Daniels guy. Jaden Daniels is having a little bit of a sophomore slump, but Jaden Daniels has the ability to be mobile, move around. Like, Jaden Daniels can change the games with his arms and his legs. And I think that in this league, in this area, you need to be able to be somewhat of a dual threat quarterback. Like, yes. Patrick Mahomes, not the most athletic quarterback, but when he gets to running, like, he's led his team in rushing for multiple games this year, which is insane. He might be the leading rusher on that team, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he did get passed up like last week, but the running back Pacheco, he just got hurt, so You know what's weird about Patrick Mahomes? When you mention that he's leading his team in rushing, him and Peyton Manning ran the same 40 time at the combine. Same exact time.
So what I would say about that is that he probably didn't train to run the 40 and probably doesn't care. Peyton Manning is not athletic at all. So you could tell
The same exact 40 time though.
Again,
same exact one.
I think with Peyton's though, he actually was probably trying. Patrick Mahomes.
That's probably his greatest.
That's
why. I'll say this last thing about Penix. I think I'm out on left-handed quarterbacks. I think I'm out on that. Like Penix, Tua, like how many left-handed quarterbacks?
There's only two.
Yeah, how many great left-handed quarterbacks are there? Like Steve Young, that's it.
Mike Vick.
I mean, that how many great left-handed quarterbacks are compared to all the great right-handed quarterbacks? Like, enough with the left-handed guys. Like, we're done with that.
Is there a thing to that? Like, I don't know. It does look weird sometimes when you're throwing passes.
It looks hella weird. Like I've read things where they said like the ball comes off of their hand. Like if you're a wide receiver, catching a pass from a left-handed quarterback and a right-handed quarterback is totally different. And if you're when Tua goes out, their best tackle is their right tackle because that's his blind side as opposed to the left tackle because most of the quarterbacks are right-handed. So the left tackle is the strong side. It's the blind side tackle. And that completely changes how you run plays and call plays and your offense works. Like if you're a left-handed quarterback, I'm not buying it. It just doesn't. No, McNabb was not lefty.
Yeah,
no.
I didn't think so.
He was not left-handed.
You
can't name five
to it, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know because even like running bootlegs and stuff just looks very awkward. I don't know. But
you can't name five great left-handed quarterbacks. It's Steve Young, and that's it.
I mean, that might be more of a statistics thing. It's like what part of the population is left-handed. You know what I'm saying? Like if you flipped it, it'd be the same thing. But
don't draft a lefty. Don't do it. It works in basketball, not in football.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. We got into a Falcons rabbit hole. Doubling back to Halloween, the YNs. So here,
I told them to be safe after that. I was like, y'all be safe out here, man.
That's a wild costume to wear.
Y'all playing with fire out here.
Well, and see, that's kind of my thing. So I don't live in Vegas no more. And where I live at, there are no gun laws. So
oh God.
I drove around and I didn't see anybody trick-or-treating. Like I think I might have saw like a couple people, but we had to go hit a little trunk or treat, which was ironic because the trunk or treat was at a church. I'm like kind of conflicting things going on here, but whatever. Hit the trunk or treat, came back to the house. So my Halloween was pretty chillax.
We went to they had a trunk or treat on, I believe, what day? Halloween was Friday. I think they had a trunk or treat on like Wednesday night. They went to that and then they did regular trick or treating on Friday. But I got to start doing it. You got to start doing it a little bit earlier. Like kids start walking the neighborhood around like 6:00 in my neighborhood.
Well, that's the thing. We had the candy out early. I know the pizza lady took some candy, but like but see, I think the last two neighbors that live don't really have kids in it. Like I thought I lived in like an older people's neighborhood in Vegas, but there were kids out there, hella kids out there getting candy. Like the sun was still out and they were getting candy. So, but I know next year I'll probably just go like to a trunk or treat and set up or something like that. But it just might be safer, man. People are weird in 2025, man. Like it's not. I know. Shout out to AC. He posted a video on his TikTok talking about like it's not the same about like where kids would just kind of roam neighborhoods in packs.
Yeah, they're not going neighborhood to neighborhood. I don't think
that's a great way to end up in a sex dungeon or something like that in 2025. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild out here, bro. Like I mean, you see that air tag start going further and further away from your house. Like, hey, bro, where are my kids?
Hey, where they at? Or you see that air tag stop moving on the highway. It's on the highway that it just stops. It's like, I don't know. It tells us to shoot out the car.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah, man. Like, yeah, that's a whole other topic. I'm just like, there was still wild shit going on back in the days, but maybe not as much, or maybe just people didn't care. But yeah, man, kids would just be outside just doing shit. Nowadays, nah, bro. Too many Netflix documentaries, too many Dayline episodes. Like, nah, bro, we know what's finna happen. You finna be chopped up in somebody's soup. Like, we're not doing that. Get your ass in the house.
Fed to someone's dog.
Yeah. I saw a story on TikTok about these $20,000 robots, and I know on Twitter and a couple of old episodes we had talked about the sex robots, and this is a step in that direction. There's actually a Black Mirror episode that is pretty fucking hilarious that kind of talks about this. But so they're selling these robots for $20,000. They're pretty much like a maid service, but it's kind of weird because they're not true robots. They're essentially puppets, right? So they have cameras on them. And I guess at the warehouse, wherever they're based at, there's a human being actually in them moving around doing the task. So pretty much for $20,000, you're letting a robot in your house, pretty much somebody can see inside your house while you're living your life and they're doing tasks. And A, that seems like a wild invasion of privacy, depending on how you live your life. And B, 20 grand for that? Nah. For 20 grand, I need this robot to do exactly whatever I want it to do, whether it be on the you know, the safe side, the up and up, or if we need to do rail little lines of cocaine together, then that's what I need this robot to do. I need privacy, right? If this
Chop this brick up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's not a real robot. I need autonomy. I need privacy with my robot.
Oh my
you know
god!
What I'm saying? Like, if you try to have the robot spray the baby oil for the freak off, then I need that to be between me and my robot, not between me, the robot, and the person that's in the warehouse watching my house, watching baby oil drip from my ceilings. Like, nah, I don't need that. I don't need that. So that's on like 20 bands. I'm good. I'll wait. If I can afford $20,000 for that, I'm just gonna save 60 to get the real joint where I can have it snipe people out my window or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What? You're going to jail.
All right. All right. Hey, Yana, chill the fuck out. We know. First of all, I have it on good evidence that you might be in some of those freak off tapes. So let's relax. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. All right.
Oh my gosh. Nasty
actually,
work.
You know what? We actually received. Hey, Anna, appreciate you being here. Hopefully, all is good. I went to school in Georgia. I can't read or write well, but we actually. I'm actually glad you're here. We received a special message specifically for you. You ready? Hello?
Get back in the kitchen.
Them sandwiches ain't gonna make themselves, big dog. But we appreciate you tapping in.
That's nasty. Just disgusting. Canceled.
Oh my god.
I better say he need that robot to flip this brick.
I'm just saying, like,
oh man.
Again, y'all see that Netflix episode, like, that's how some people giving it up. And if they're paying that money, they want that discretion to live that type of lifestyle. Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh shit. But yeah, that's not. Again, I need my robot to do whatever I need it or want it to do.
Hey man, go out there, flip these birds, bring something back.
I'm just saying, man. Like, ain't gonna run up on the block. Clear the block out. Take this AK, get some money. Jesus Christ.
Clear the block. That's crazy. Go back out there, take the corners back.
Exactly. Like, what are we doing? I mean, okay. Realistically, if I had a robot, I mean, okay. Let's talk this out. If I had a robot that I could do legal tasks for me, I would 100% have it drive me everywhere. I would never drive again. For sure. I'm not driving anywhere. I need a chauffeur. I need a chauffeur.
I like driving. I like driving too much.
I hate driving.
I love driving.
I hate it with a passion. It's the worst thing on earth. It's fucking terrible. It's what the kids call ghetto. I do not like driving. I hate driving as ghetto. Shut this shit down. Shut it down.
Too much.
Cleaning for sure.
Cleaning's the main one for me. Just clean. Just clean the house all day. Clean the house, wash and clean the dishes, do the laundry. That's it. Like everything else, maybe do taxes, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, they got computers that'll do that, but yeah, driving, cleaning. I don't mind cooking, but yeah, driving for sure. I'm not. We're not driving no more.
I actually like cleaning the house or cleaning the kitchen, like everything else, so they can do. Like I don't like doing laundry or cleaning the bathroom, but like cleaning the kitchen. That's my thing. I like doing that. It's weird, but it's relaxing for me. I like it.
All right, let's send this link out. Hold up. Let's get Ayana in the chat. Oh, what's up, Keyshawn?
That's a good one. Have this robot go to work for me. Clock in, nigga. Do this job.
I mean, that's where the brick chopping comes into play.
Oh, jeez.
Or, you know what? Back to illegal task, right? Let's go to illegal task.
Tax evasion.
Not tax. Oh, like I said, if y'all seen that one episode of Black Mirror, I don't know what the episode's called, but essentially, like the premise of the episode was this lady's husband died, I think, and then I think she had like the robots, his like. I don't know, his memories. I don't know. There's a robot version of him.
They took everything. They took everything from like all of his social media and everything that was said about him. They took his internet digital footprint and off of his phone, like text messages and voicemails. They took everything that they could find and loaded it up into the cloud and then put all that information into a robot.
Okay. So, long and the short, this robot was blowing her back out, right? Like, super crazy, super wild style. Like, it was crazy. I was like, damn, dog, that's...
Through the mattress. Through the mattress.
Yes. It was just out of control. just beating it down, right? So, back to Keyshawn's take about the job market. I'd be a robot pimp. Like, I'd pimp out these robots as sex workers.
Oh, God.
Bring in another stream of income. Look, I'm just saying, there's definitely a market for it. Like, people don't want to admit it, but there's a market for sex robots. I'm living in 2050 right now. When people talked about like Apple stocks, like, oh, what is Apple? What is computers? What are Microsoft? Oh, buy these stocks, and oh, you can get a computer. I can type shit. Well, now those people are billionaires. I'm gonna be on the forefront of robo pimping. I'm gonna be the first robo pimp pioneer. That will be the next Bill Gates.
Go out there and sell that 8-bit box.
You know what? That's gonna be the episode title. Robo Pimp in here.
What that metallic mouth do, girl?
Look, like you already pre the mouth wetness.
Oh, stop. Set the correct temperature.
Look, hey man, this is my intellectual property. Do not steal it.
That's crazy. You need a robot to come over there and suck them toes. I got you. That mouth stay wet.
Oh, see, hey, look, Brandy's, hey, they don't talk back.
That don't talk back. Exactly.
See,
take that voice box right out.
Look, the market is there. The market
Demand
is there,
man. They want it.
Hey man, do not steal my IP. If you do steal it, just give me like 2%. All I need is 2%. I'm not greedy. I don't need a lot.
These robots they're about to change the game, change the entire game. Things are gonna be crazy out here. You just need something that can stand outside in the rain, though.
I think, yeah, get a raincoat, it'll be straight. It'll be all right. Yeah, let's check the game. What's the score of the game?
I can't believe Brandy put $300 on a baseball game. What happened? What happened to being a lady? What happened to class? What are we doing out here? Women out here with parlays. 1-800-GAMBLER, Brandy. 1-800-GAMBLER. Call the number.
It's still 4-3 Dodgers, so we'll see what happens. But nah, I got a little parlay in for tomorrow. I think it's
Do you?
Jordan Love touchdown pass. No, let's look it up. If we were like a real broadcast, not real sponsors, this is where I would shout out this gambling app. But since they're not giving us any money, I'm not going to shout them out. But my little bullshit ticket, I got Josh Jacobs rushing touchdown, Kyle Pitts 3 receptions or over 2.5 receptions, Jonathan Taylor 1 rushing touchdown, Bo Nix
Easy.
one passing touchdown. So I think I should hit that ticket. So we'll see. If I don't, then I just sell plasma to pay my bills, so it's all good. It's not a big deal.
Good money.
So let's see. We are straying further and further from our Lord's light.
This used to be a Christian-based podcast. I don't know what happened.
All right. Let's see. For the Sex Robots. Real quick, it is the 25th anniversary of one of the greatest hip hop albums from the greatest hip hop duo of all times, Outkast, Stankonia. Shouts to our Atlanta folks, Georgia folks in general. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. Great album, top to bottom. We got the Jays are 3 outs from a ring, and Brandy's finna get paid. Brandy, if this ticket hits, A, how much you gonna make, and B, what are you gonna spend it on?
Sex robot.
I mean, that could be a down payment for one, but
Oh yeah. I mean, if you get in early, get it while the prices are down.
I'm
Get
definitely
the beta pack.
I'm offering financing,
Okay.
low interest financing,
That robo meat might have some screws loose, but you'll be all right. Work around it.
2%. Like I said, I'm not greedy. Just we'll see.
gosh.
But let's see what we got. What do we got? Yeah, Stankonia, Outkast. Go listen to it if you haven't. Leon Thomas dropped a EP, folks. If you haven't listened to Leon Thomas,
Killing
that boy don't miss.
That
He
boy,
doesn't miss.
that is nasty. It's nasty to see that he came from I did not know he was a Disney Channel kid, and he's
Yeah.
out here like that. Like, god damn.
Yeah, he's one of the rare ones that weren't well, I don't know his whole story, but
Yeah, I was about to say, we don't know.
most of those
we don't know.
people- Most of those people were, this is the best way to describe it. They were victims. So hopefully, I mean, he seems like he made it out. He was on an episode of Insecure randomly. That was
Super randomly. I didn't know that was him either until I went back. I'm
Hey,
like,
you-
that's him? He looks totally different now. He completely changed his whole style up.
Yeah,
For the better, I think.
No, because he had locks when he was on Disney. I guess he cut his hair.
Not on
Then-
Insecure. Yeah, on Insecure, he had his hair cut.
Yeah, then I guess he grew it back out. So But yeah, if you haven't listened to Mutt or Folks, tap into that. Look at us advertising music that doesn't pay us. But
you gotta listen to Mutt and then listen to the deluxe and then listen to like what I like the most about him is that deluxe album was an actual deluxe album. It wasn't just like, what Cardi B did where she just adds another song at the end of it. Like I'm tired
boy, that
of
album came
that.
and went.
Dope.
Nobody is talking about that Cardi B album at all. And that's kind of the nature of music in general. But for the long wait that we had, and you go back to my tweets from years ago where they're talking about this. Oh, she's about to drop this album. It's gonna be the Lemonade and blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, go look at my old tweets about Cardi B. I'm always right.
I guess it doesn't really have that. It doesn't have the staying power that I thought it would have. Like I figured one of these songs would kind of be like, all right, this is the hit. Like even the diss record isn't even being talked about as much anymore. It's like outside of like that first week, and I get it. Like music nowadays with streaming and stuff, it comes and goes very quickly. But when you're
no, I'm gonna push back on that. I think I wouldn't say bad music, but like perfect example is Leon Thomas. Like his music is having staying power, and I think more people are starting to like gravitate because it's really good music.
I guess
Mutt came out a while ago, and people are still talking about it.
I'll say rap particularly because with R&B it's different. Like R&B, I don't know what it is on Tidal, but like on Apple Music, they put new music out every Friday. The R&B section, the most new albums that you'll get every Friday on average is like 2. There's some weeks where there is no new R&B music that comes out. So when you have someone like Leon Thomas or Kalani or Queen Najee or Lucky Day come out or Coco Jones, there's like so much space between those albums. Whereas in the rap genre, on average, every Friday, we're getting 10 new albums every Friday. So I don't want to say it's being diluted, but there's a lot of stuff that just comes and it's just like overshadowed and you just kind of listen to it and it just goes away. So I think in rap is a thing where things like certain albums come and go pretty quickly. I think an album like the Clips album has had a very long, had a lot of staying power. I think Kendrick's last album had a lot of staying power. I think for as good as Chance the Rapper's album was, I feel like that album didn't have enough staying power. Bia's album kind of came and went pretty quickly. Freddie Gibbs' album came pretty quickly for me. The only real album
going back to that Freddie Gibbs a lot when I do when I'm not listening to Leon Thomas or my playlist of shit.
The rap album that I hear, JID's album, that was a really good album. I feel like that had a little bit of staying power. But as far as like if we're talking about like the best rap albums that came out within the last 12 months, I think the Clips was the one that had the longest staying power. And I feel like they were intentionally in our faces for a long time. Like they were doing interviews, podcasts. They did live shows.
They're campaigning. That's what that is. It's the whole Killer Mike thing. Except people actually will listen to their album once the campaign is over.
But I feel like why aren't artists promoting their albums? Like if you're someone like Cardi B, if you're someone like JID had a little bit of a press run, but like it takes a long time to make these albums. Like these albums take years for some people to make. You put a lot into these albums. And for some artists, like I feel like Benny the Butcher, I feel like he puts out his album and then just puts it out there and that's it. He doesn't promote it. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't talk to nobody about it. He's not doing performances, not putting out music videos, and then wants to complain about why he's not getting the kind of shine or light that he wants. It's like, dog, you didn't promote this thing. You weren't out here pushing this. Like, what I think the Clips are doing a campaign to get that Grammy, but like, I feel like even like maybe pre-pandemic, I feel like most artists when they put out an album, they're going to Hot 97 or the Breakfast Club or Rap Radar somewhere. Go talk to somebody about this album. Put out a music video.
Well, I think now people are doing like, and I will give credit to the JVP, shout out to Joe Budden. He actually is one of the few people, I mean, that I listen to where I hear about, like, even though they say I'm not a music podcast, they all clearly love music and are invested in music. Like even with like Leon Thomas or just other songs I hear about from their podcast, like not Kaylani. They played a Mooney Long song last week that was really good. I'm adding to my playlist called Delulu, and it sounded like really like an old school like a real R&B song, which you don't get a lot of these days. But outside of like the Joe Buttons of the world, like you don't hear people talking about or actually seeking out like good music. Like they had Leon Thomas on the podcast, they had Mooney Long on the podcast, they had Chance the Rapper on the podcast, they had
Doechii on there.
Doechii on the podcast.
Do you remember?
She might not be beating the industry plan allegations either, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Do you remember? I know you weren't the biggest fan of this project, but do you remember when Silk Sonic came out?
Yes.
And they put out Leave the Door Open.
Mid-Sonic.
It's okay, enough. And okay, Beyonce did this also. She did this with Renaissance, where she had out Break My Soul. And that was the only song that we got from the album for like a few months. But she kept pushing it and pushing it. And the same with Silk Sonic. They put out Leave Their Door Open, and they pushed it and they pushed it and they pushed it. Then they put out a video, pushed it, did a live performance, pushed it. Another single, did interviews, pushed it. Yeah, they did all these things for this album. Whether you liked it or not, they still promoted it. They still pushed these songs. They still made it to where it's like, hey, even if you don't like this, even if you're not a fan of us, you're going to see us. We're going to be visible. We're going to be a thing where you're either going to say like, oh, I love Silk Sonic, or oh, I can't stand not Silk Sonic again. With even if you're not a fan of Cardi B, like you're saying, like you've never been like the biggest Cardi B person, but even you're not out here saying like, oh, there's here they go with this Cardi B song again, because they're not pushing anything. What's the song that's out there that's being played a lot from that Cardi B project that we're hearing all over the place that everybody's talking about? There's nothing. Whereas with Beyonce, with Break My Soul, it was just like, dog, this song again they're pushing the song again. I got to hear this on a commercial, on a TikTok, on the internet, on YouTube. The same with Leave the Door Open. This song is everywhere. You could even say that with the clips with the first single they put out. It was just like we always heard those songs, but now artists put out like Chance the Rapper. What's the song? What's the single that's being pushed? With GNX, there was Luther that was being pushed a lot. Squabble Up was getting pushed a lot. A lot of these, it doesn't matter who you are, but you got to push your work. You got to don't just put it on Instagram and think that that's enough. Talk about your album. You put all this work into it. Talk about it, unless you don't care, which is what I really think is a big problem. A lot of these artists don't care,
or they're money laundering. One of the two. So.
Or they're selling, which I'm not mad at. Get it how you can, but jeez.
Shout out to old girl. Damn, what was her name?
Sweetie.
Shout out to Sweetie. Shout out to Sweetie.
Shout her out, man. Good for her.
Wowzers. Yeah, sticking to music versus.
Oh yeah.
I have been a big anti-versus person. Like I truly believe it peaked during the pandemic. I think when it was organic and it was kind of a natural thing before it got like commercialized by Swiss Beats and Timberland. I think with these two camps, Cash Money and No Limit, I think for a moment hip hop it was like historical. I don't like how it was executed. I don't like how it was marketed. I didn't hear it. Like literally back to the Joe Budden podcast, I would not have known this versus was even happening if it wasn't for Joe Budden. Now again, I'm also not on Twitter like I used to be super heavy. They might have been talking about it over there, but like when the OG verse was popping off, that was a thing. Like that was a moment. There was clips going around, there were videos, there was discourse about it. I have a lot of tweets about verses, unpopular opinions. Again, Scott Storch washed Mannie Fresh. I don't care how much you like Mannie Fresh. Scott Storch cooked him. That will never not be true. But for this, it was like, cool. you had two of the biggest factions, music factions of New Orleans performing in Vegas, which I'm not mad at. And I think they made a good point on the JBP. It was probably more for like safety reasons. Um, New Orleans is not the safest place on earth. And, you know, if shit went south, that might have caused some issues. But I mean, who doesn't want to go to Vegas? Like, I live there. Vegas is a great place. It's hot as shit, but great place to be. But like, I can see that. Not a bad place to go. Especially if you're trying to get like you can get people from New Orleans come to Vegas. You can get people that are already in Vegas that kind of want something to do, and just people more random passerbys who are just kind of like casual hip hop fans, like, oh, Hot Boys, No Limit, whatever. So I'm not completely mad at that.
I feel like if you have it in New Orleans, you get everybody. You get everybody that
people
there.
That are in New Orleans aren't flying to New Orleans. People that are
they're already there in New Orleans.
Yeah, but there's people from New Orleans who will fly to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And it was Complex Con that weekend as well in Vegas. So I see the vision. It just wasn't executed well. And again, what's the next versus? Was there any advertisement for the next one? Is there like a booking? Is there a matchup? Are they building up a narrative for a next matchup? Like, my thing is don't bring this back and I have a plan. And to me, that's what it feels like. I feel like this is just like a kind of a one-off. So don't say Versus is back if it's not really back. Versus will never be what it was in the pandemic when it was actually like legitimate Versus. Now it's become like a concert series type situation. Which
that's what my hope would be for this thing. Like you said, as far as the marketing goes, they didn't do a great job of that because there was just no real chatter about it. Like if you knew about it, you knew about it, but it wasn't promoted. It's the thing that goes back to the artist where it's like you put all this work into getting this done. Why aren't you promoting it to get people to watch? But the reason why I thought it should have been in New Orleans, well, before they announced this as a Versus, you should already have the next one like on the schedule, like in the books. The next one should be ready to go. I'd even say the next two should be ready to go so you can keep the momentum of this thing going. Obviously get better marketing and all that stuff. But the reason why I would have wanted it in New Orleans is because I think about how the pop out was for Kendrick being in California and how that was like a showcase for West Coast artists and the biggest West Coast artists, and to give shine a light on other West Coast artists out there and do something for that part of the country. And I feel like you could have did the same thing with New Orleans and Cash Money, both big time groups out of New Orleans. And you know, it helps with the local economy. You can have other local acts open up and be like the opening card or whatever. And then maybe have the next one in the books. It's like, all right, so the next one is going to be in Atlanta. And there's a plethora of artists that you can pick from to do either a Versus or a pop-out style concert and just maybe call it Versus. But there are plenty of cities out there that you could have did this with. Like you could have maybe not even call it a Versus, but just be like, hey, we're going to be out in Atlanta. And for one night, we're going to have Ludacris, Gucci, and JID come out there and do some songs. And just go all over the country, or just stay in Atlanta and do it again in 2 months. But yeah, I think it was poorly marketed, and I think the location wasn't the best. Like if you can't do it in New Orleans, then Las Vegas is always the best bet for a neutral site. But I think this has potential to be something if they plan it better. Like Atlanta is obviously the clear next choice, or even Texas or New York. Like what? There's so many artists from, like, we're getting to that age. We're pushing 40. Like you said, Stankonia came out 25 years ago. I believe Jay-Z's either The Dynasty. I think The Dynasty came out 25 years ago. There's so many classic albums that have come out the last 15 to 25 years from artists that people our age would like to go out there and see perform, like have a live show. And it just kind of feels like they're just leaving money on the table. Like I feel like a lot of people would want to see Ludacris do another Versus against anybody out of Georgia, whether it be Future, Jeezy, Gucci, T.I., anybody. I came out 20 years ago. All right, man. You got to relax.
Jesus Christ. Shout out to Kane.
Shout him out.
You know what? Actually, you know what? Fuck Kane. Kane is one of the people that has got me addicted to Marvel Rivals. So he's definitely. I actually just cut my Xbox on as we wrap up this glorious broadcast here, so I can get some reps in before I go to bed. But I think this was a good episode. Trying to get our feet back under us. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Ayana didn't pull up because she's scared, but it is what it is. Shout out to Kane. Shout out to Brandy. Shout out to Keyshawn. Shout out to Ayana. Shout out to those weird racist people. Well,
yeah,
I'm assuming they're
right.
Racist. They were probably going to say something racist. So, Think25, Lunar Edits, who just kept saying "good boy" is really weird. Ozone Hard Work. Mark was actually throwing some shade. These men are so considered for hiding those hairlines. Really, how do you know I even have hair under this do-rag? I could be completely bald.
You could be pulling a Michael Penix with 0 waves.
Yeah,
that's why it's not good.
You know what? As we wrap, Kane, I told you we need to get on the podcast to talk about these doomsday theories. That's what we need to come talk about. He's a big Marvel guy, so
I've heard some nasty ones out there too.
We need to have to talk about Marvel because DC is smoking their boots right now with Peacemaker and Superman. So James Gunn is Leon Thomas. He doesn't miss. He does not miss.
Watch Creature Commandos.
I'll check it out.
It's a pretty quick show. It's a quick show.
Oh, considering I haven't watched much anime lately, I'm slacking. But real quick, back to Michael Penix's do-rag. There's gonna come a point where the do-rag thing is not gonna be cool anymore. I don't know if Michael Penix knows, but there is a Venn diagram of certain Falcon fans that cross another club of folks that may or may not wear things on their heads that cover their eyes. Maybe pointy. They dress up like ghosts for Halloween. That. And that do-rag shit, if you're not drilling shit out here making plays, that day, hey man.
Go ahead, a long day.
Let's take that do-rag off and focus on the fundamentals.
Let's be a professional.
Let's take the do-rag off and study film. Because obviously wearing a do-rag is affecting your ability to throw a football and make reads. So, hey man, figure it out, bro. Look, if you're gonna get your cheek spread against the Patriots, at least resist, right? Fight back. Hey man, fight back, please.
Oh my gosh,
please.
Every day the same shit.
Oh my god.
Every week, watch the Falcons. It's the same shit, bro. It's the same thing. But
it's disgusting.
It is. It's terrible. 2 more outs.
Is he counting that money?
Well, shit. Let us know what happens. I almost want to wait it out.
2 more outs? That could be 2 hours from now.
Yeah, I forgot baseball be on some bullshit. Shout out to y'all who watch baseball. I'm not to the point in my life where I care enough to ever watch baseball, and I don't think I'll ever get there. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's something like you got to get into early. Too many games, not enough action. Not for me. I think it's too big of a time commitment for me, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta be a diehard. Like you have to kind of be in it. Like you gotta want to be in it.
I mean, at least with the time commitment with basketball, you get to see like a Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? Or you get to see like a random Austin Reeves 50-piece. Baseball's like, I mean, unless you're watching the Dodgers, and you get to see like Shohei Ohtani do like amazing things, but It's just one of those things where it's like on the average night, what do you? I don't. There's. It's just not enough to hold my interest. I'm sorry. Maybe one day. Maybe if I hit this fucking Powerball, I have nothing else to do but sit in my house, then maybe I'll get into baseball. But shout out to the Powerball. I think it's up to like $702 million. I just need like not 1%.
It's like 70 million.
I don't even need that. Bust that down.
That's at least what, 3 sex robots?
enough to start my concubine sex robots.
Get that fleet up and running.
See, and that goes back to my driver point. I get the robots popping. I put them in the Tesla.
Oh,
you know
gosh.
what I'm saying? Inception. You know what I'm saying? Robotception. They can drive. They can pick you up. They can take you home. The car can drive itself while it charges the sex robot on the way to you. Hashtag hot and ready.
Hot and ready. $5 foot long. Let's go.
Oh, top of the night. 1 hour.
That thing is fresh.
I'm about to illegally stream this game. All right. This is KTSEF. Oh, shit. The game is tied.
I like how you're pretending to care about baseball.
I'm getting text messages now. Uh-oh. Shohei is up. Let's go to crackstreams.com. See if I can see
Crackstream. I wouldn't even know where to find. Like, what channel does baseball even come on?
I don't even have cable, so I wouldn't even know. I pirate stuff. Let's go to a little crack streamy. Let's see how many gambling links I have to click on before I can actually watch the game.
Well, I will say I watched Infinity War today. That movie still holds up. Like, that movie is great. If Doomsday could get back to that feeling, oof.
Wow.
That'd be something special.
I clicked on the crack streams link and it took me to omg.adults, where there are 6,840 live models ready.
Ready to go.
Maybe I should just get cable. Because this is probably my computer's been fucking up. Because I've got viruses up the wazoo from pirating.
Oh gosh.
I still haven't got. See, this is podcast overtime. This doesn't count. Jerkmates. I just want to watch the game.
Are you looking for hot singles in your area?
Oh, she was really twerking that bitch.
Click the link.
Well, I guess I'm just not gonna find out what happens in this baseball game. I want to join your Discord. I want to watch the game. Brother, please. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Crack streams ain't what it used to be. God damn. Fuck this. I don't want him to be great. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care that much. All right. Y'all let me know. I'm out. Peace.